Hello guys, welcome again to another BTC video. I hope you're doing great today. Markets not doing very well for Bitcoin and for crypto and for the stock markets as well. There's a huge sell-off happening everywhere and everything is not looking okay for everybody. There are some good news, there are some bad news as always. Stick around till the end of the video because it will get very informational. As always, like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot for the channel if you can help it grow. With that being said, let's just see what's up and jump straight to the charts and see what BTC is doing. Well, okay, so there are good news, there are bad news. The good news are still similar to last week's good news, is that I see a definite 100% till now bullish weekly divergence. The only problem with this is the weekly chart, so it will probably take a few weeks to play out or to start playing out. So that's the first thing that is positive. The second thing that is positive is that the daily time frame has entered into that red squeeze area. And if you know me and if you've been following me for a while, I really don't like to sell the red areas. I always like to sell the green areas, and most of the time this works out perfectly. If you sell the green and you buy the red, most of the time you are in profit and you are a very happy person. So that's the second thing that is positive news. The third thing that is a positive news is that the 4-hour time frame, which is the one that gives us the next 24 hours or so, is reaching that upside relief, upside rally. Now, here's where it's gonna get interesting. I think there will be a bounce where we are right now. So between $20,000 and $19,600 region, I think there will be a bounce. Now, I don't know if this bounce is going to be a huge bounce or a partial bounce. But what I can tell you for sure is that if BTC bounces and hits its head at this, intersection between green and red channels and gets rejected there, that is a very, very bad sign of what's to come. Now, keep in mind, we have EMAs coming in at that area as well. So a rejection on those EMAs is probably very bad for Bitcoin. And I will tell you what very bad means. And if we do break above it, probably it's very good for Bitcoin as well. And I will tell you what probably good means. So that is the first thing that I want to talk about. Rejection on this channel right here will be devastating. Will mean that there probably will be more downside in the next couple of months, probably lower than 20K. Now, I don't believe we will close a monthly candle below 20K. I believe we will wick probably below 20K, but not close a monthly, because closing a monthly under 20K is probably the worst case scenario for BTC and crypto, which means that you are entering a prolonged bear market, a very painful one, maybe painful more than the previous ones, but I do see light at the end of the tunnel. So 6-7 months from now, after January 2023, I still believe that we will have some nice upside, and we will start, hopefully, the beginning of our bull run will start after 2023. So this is what I'm seeing right now. The good news, the bad news. Now, why is it so bad that we lose 20K and we close under? Because 20K is the previous all-time high. So let me just pop to the weekly chart. It's better if you see it on the weekly. And let me remove the EMAs for you. So as you can see, 20K is the previous all-time high. Now I have 3 lines right here, which are the potential bounce zones and potential areas of support for BTC. One of them is around 1960, so 19,600 to $20,000. That is the first area of support. The second area of support is around $17,000, give or take a few dollars. And the last area of support, obviously, is $14,000. Now, people are calling for 10K BTC. 10K BTC is the strongest support throughout history. It's a huge area of volume of trading, but I mean, everything's possible in crypto. I'm not going to sit here and say, no, there is no way Bitcoin goes to 10K, but going to 10K right now as we speak is probably not gonna happen, especially in July. I mean, maybe end of year, probably we will see a very strong crash by then, like a 60% crash or a 70% crash from wherever we are by the end of the year. But right now, if we do manage to go to 10K, that's capitulation basically. That is the worst of the worst possible case scenarios. That's something that will probably flush out a lot of retail. It will probably flush out big players as well, like MicroStrategy and Celsius, which obviously, if you've been following the crypto news, you know that there's like a battle of the whales going on in crypto, where people are trying to liquidate other people just for control of the market. But like I said, there are positive news. One of them is this weekly time frame, and obviously there's still no confirmation of upside on the weekly. Usually this happens when the stochastic RSI crosses above 20, but once it does, that is basically your weekly upside. Now, what is the maximum that BTC can go to with the bull trap right now? Like if we do have a major bounce after July, well, I mean, the maximum possible I think is going to be around 37K, 36K. If we do manage to break that area, then potentially we could see 50Ks, but I don't see it right now because the weekly EMAs, the 13 and the 18 and 30 weekly EMA are coming in around that area. And if you've been following me for a while, I told you guys already, the start of a bear market, official start, is when these, cross these two EMAs that you see in the screen, and they did cross, and we have been in a bear market since January. And I called this in January. I said we are in a bear market. This is confirmed, and these EMAs are very good. And once these EMAs flip bullish again, that's when the start of the bull run, becomes or happens basically. So right now, as you can see, they're very far from us. They're not even close to us, and we're not even close to them. So we're gonna experience a couple of months of hardship and heartache, probably till August, and after August, probably August till November, we will have a nice upside. Like I said, I don't think the upside is gonna be the most amazing upside, but I will probably tell you that this upside you will be able to capitalize on anything that you bought right now on that upside. After that, like I said, I still believe there will be a huge crash by the end of the year, and then after that, a nice nice green pastures for BTC. Now, I really hope we don't close monthly candles. Now, let me just show you here on the monthly EMAs. Usually the start of the bull run also happens when these two 18 and 30 EMA on the monthly time frame start to come closer to each other. Once they get super close and about to touch, that's most likely when the reversal happens and you have the start of the bull run, basically. But this is not the case right now. They're too far apart. We are too far apart. So I'm gonna be expecting at least 6 months of no real starting of anything. Just bear markets, with bull traps and bear traps left and right. And after that, after January 2023, most likely we might have nice upside. We will have to wait and see. Like, I don't like to jump the gun. When I see these close to each other, when I see the 18 and 30 weekly EMAs close to each other about to cross bullish, I will give you the signal confirmation that we are in a bull market now and that everybody can relax and be happy. Till now, this is not the case, sadly. Now, the last thing, which is basically the bad signs that I see and why, I don't want Bitcoin. Let me just show you here the all-time history index chart because it has more data, and we'll come to this one right there. Okay, so as you can see now, this is the monthly, and as you can see, we are dipping below the 50 MA on the monthly time frame. So this most likely means we're capitulating. So we're similar to what happened here, because in 2018 and in 2014, I'm gonna just show you here. In 2018 and 14, sorry, we did go below these EMAs, but we barely went below them. So we went at least 20% below them here. And here we went around, probably like 10%. I don't know why my mouse is doing this, by the way. Excuse me, guys. Yeah. So around 10% and 20%. Whereas in 2018, we didn't really go below them at all. We just, hovered above them. And that was the bear market bottom. And in 2019, with that COVID dump, that capitulation dump, we actually went below them around 23%. So if we do that and we take an average of, let's say, 20%, that would mean, let's see here, so around $17,000 Bitcoin, give or take. So 20%, it's around $17,000 Bitcoin. And if we do slightly higher, like 23%, that would mean about $15,000 Bitcoin, which are the two levels that I have on my charts, which is one of them, which is the bottom of my channel. So just so you know, if we see Bitcoin on those lows, I will probably buy. I'm not gonna chicken out. We are near the lows. I've told this to my Discord members earlier. It's so much better. Like, I mean, a lot of people bought here, by the way, and they bought here. Imagine that. Imagine you buying here and now you're like 70 or 80 or 90 or whatever percentage down. At least if you buy here, you're buying near the bottom. You're not buying near the top. And that's what I want you to understand. I want you to zoom out. Yes, there's a lot of fear. Yes, there's a lot of anxiety. Yes, there's a lot of depression in the market. But zoom out and stay focused. You are buying near the bottoms. I mean, if I'm buying here and I'm telling you, I am going to buy at these levels, I think you should trust me on that, because I've never told anyone to buy at a certain area, especially on the highs. I don't really like to buy the highs at all. So even at 40 or 50 or whatever, I didn't want to buy them. It just doesn't make sense. Many of my members bought here, even though I did recommend not to buy there, but they did. So I personally, here's my shopping spree. Here are my shopping levels. Let me just go back to the BTC, my original BTC chart, and just show you. So these are my shopping levels. Here you go. Let me just zoom out. These are my shopping levels. I'm not gonna wuss out. So I've already DCA'd here with a nice chunk of money, and now I have the remaining chunk to split over these areas. Most likely I'll DCA the most if we see Bitcoin around that area. I always keep USDT with me. I never, leave myself without USDT. But I mean, if we do capitulate and we go towards 14K, there is some good news also about this. That probably means that the bear market bottom has been hit already, because it is the lowest that Bitcoin can go. And probably we might stay there for a couple of months to scare out people. And once people start to say, we're going to go down more to 3K, we're going to go down to 5K, we're going to go down to 6K, we're going to go down to whatever K, that's most likely when the market will just start reversing and going up. So I'm not going to, chicken out on support. This is support. This is a heart line. I mean, no one has this chart. It's only me. I did this a long time ago, and it's very accurate with support and resistance. I've studied it. I've looked at it, and you can see this heart line right here is always acting as support. Resistance, support from the previous, no, not the previous all-time, but this local high right here was also support, and most likely it's going to be support as well as here. So all in all, everything's looking still the same for me for BTC. I mean, I'm not really surprised what the market is doing right now. I mean, I did expect a super drop to at least 25. I didn't really and potential wicks to 20 and 21K, but I didn't really expect BTC to lose 20K, and I still don't. I still don't really think it will lose it. I think maybe wicks below it, maybe, especially with the whole Celsius FUD going on, liquidate Celsius, blah, blah, blah. But I don't really think we close a monthly candle below that. If we close a monthly candle, which is in around 17 days or 15 days from now, then we analyze again, and then I'll tell you my honest thoughts on what I see and what's happening till now. And what I can see from the available data on the charts is that everything is still going according to plan. Now, the only thing that I don't like, and the only thing that makes me say, okay, listen, 14, 17, 19, whatever, because people will be asking me, Maze, why now place these levels? What happened in the charts for you to change this? Why didn't you just stick to the 20K and bounce and never go below it? Well, there is one thing, which is the 3-day chart. And I did speak about this last time. I said if the 3-day chart, the stochastic RSI, stays above 20 level, most likely we'll have a nice bounce from 20K, and we're not going to dip below it. But if the stochastic RSI does cross below 20 on the 3-day chart, then most likely this will not happen. So the bounce is not going to happen. Now, the stochastic RSI is very close. So in the next couple of days, probably a week from now, we will know for sure where this closes, if it's going to close below 20 or above 20. But if it does close below 20, then expect, we have to expect the worst. We have to expect these potential levels being hit. So again, the levels that I have on my chart is 19,600 for the first one. Second one is around $17,000 Bitcoin, and the last one is around $14,000 Bitcoin. And that's that. I don't think BTC will dip lower than that. If it does, most likely the worst case scenario that people made fun of it a year ago, I was saying that the 18 and 30 monthly EMAs never cross bearish. But if they do cross bearish, then expect BTC to have a prolonged bear market, worse and stronger than you've ever seen it before, basically, because these never cross bearish ever. And I also, this was my 10-year bull run theory. So I theorized that BTC doesn't have bull runs in periods of 4 years, rather than it's been in a bull run since the beginning, basically. Let me just show you here quickly. You can go watch my video if you want. It's very, very old, but I'm going to show you either way. So as you can see, if you zoom out and you pop up the chart like this, you would know that BTC, since its inception, since $0, right, or 1 cent or whatever, it has been in a prolonged bull run. It has been in a 10-year bull run from 2010 or from 2012 till 2020, 2022. So we have been in a bull run that lasted a decade. And every upside, every wave up, needs to have a corrective wave. So this corrective wave is your bear market. And then after this corrective wave is over, then most likely you'll have a nice upside again. So basically this is a wave 1, and now we are in a wave 2. And I really hope it's not something similar to wave 1s and wave 2, which is the Elliott wave type of formations, because wave 2s usually can retrace 90%. So that just basically means 65,000, 90%. Peter Schiff is right. Bitcoin goes to 3,000, but I will still buy at 3,000. I'm not gonna chicken out at all. This is a long-term investment. This is not a short-term investment. I'm not looking for quick returns. I'm looking for long returns and big returns for the future. And I'm not playing with savings or loans or whatever. I'm using money that I'm willing to forget for a few years. And whatever happens, it happens. I mean, we took the risk. It is a risk. And we will expect returns in the future. And if it don't happen, that is investment for you. That is what happens during investments. So that 10-year bull run theory that I have would probably be confirmed if we, dip below $10,000 and we start closing. That's the important thing, not the dipping. The wicking is probably capitulations happening left and right. And the stronger the wick, the more likely the bounce will be even stronger. But what I do fear, though, if a close happens on those levels, so 14, 15, 10, whatever, closing there on the monthly time frame has never happened for Bitcoin since its beginning. So since 2010, 2009, all the way to 2022, it has never happened. We've never closed a monthly candle under the 50 MA. Never. We've wicked below it, capitulated here. We've wicked below it in 2014, 15, and probably here we also did wick below it. I don't have the data for it on the chart, but we've never closed below it. If we do close below it, so if we do close at like 14,000 or 10,000 or whatever, then you need to be expecting the worst. But I honestly think like $10,000 BTC is such a strong support. It's like a monthly support. There's a high volume of traded area there happening. You can see here the amount of candlesticks happening around 10K. So there's a lot of price action and consolidation happening here. And I honestly don't think anyone will say, oh, look, 10K BTC, let me sell now Bitcoin because, I bought it at 10 and I'm going to sell it to 10. No, most likely the people who sold the top and who bought here and sold the top are the ones who are going to buy here, the smart money, if it does happen. And I'm going to be one of them as well. So anything from here to 10K, I'm buying. I'm not chickening out. Even if we have a prolonged bear market, even if we have, 5-6 years of excruciating pain for crypto, I don't really care. I have money that I'm willing to invest. I invested, I'm done. I don't put extra funds in it because that's probably not a smart idea to put more money in crypto. What is smart is to allocate a certain percentage of your money and say, okay, this money is what I want to go for crypto, and whatever happens to it, happens to it. And that's how you sleep relaxed at night, and that's how I sleep. I'm invested in the market already, so I've already DCA'd at that level. And my portfolio is slightly down today because I did invest around the 21K region, 21 to 25K region. I did buy the real bottoms, but like I said, I'm buying prices that are 10x down from the all-time high. So if crypto is the future, and if crypto is here to stay, and if we have a bull run again, which I think most likely we will, if not in 2023, near the halving in 2024. We will see more than 10x prices. So everything you bought here under 10x will probably do a 10x plus another 10x. So 20x from whatever you bought. So that's why I'm confident. That's why I'm relaxed. That's why I urge everybody to zoom out, reallocate, rethink their strategy on how to buy the dips, and don't be scared, because no matter what anyone says, we are near the bottoms. Whether the bottom is 10K or 12K or 15K or 3K. Buying at 20K is closer to the bottom. So let's say the bottom is 3K, right? Buying at 20K is closer to 3K than buying at 60 and 65 and 69 and 50 and 45 and 40 and 30. So we are closer to the bottom than anyone expects. And like I said, I will wait for the sentiment to flip super bearish, and that's what most likely the pumps will start to happen. With that said, apologies for the long video. I just want to give you a little bit of advice and a little bit of relaxation in your brains. If you're a firm crypto believer, keep believing. We are near the bottom. If the bottom is another 50% drop from here for Bitcoin, and for the altcoins, which will probably be devastated, right? Just look at it as an opportunity. Don't look at it as, scared. Because this is what happened here, by the way, in 2020. People were calling, we had a huge capitulation to 3K, and people were calling for sub 3K, sub 3K levels, and it just never happened. And now it's the same. People are calling for 10, for 5, for 3, for 2. And I need you to ask yourself, do you think it will happen? Do you think big players like MicroStrategy, Grayscale, Elon Musk, do you think that they're going to miss the opportunity? They bought up. Do you think they're going to miss the opportunity to buy Bitcoin at 10 and 14K? Just think about it that way. Thank you again for watching the video, guys. As always, like, share, and subscribe. If you want to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below. If you want to inquire about my private paid Discord, which has copy trading right now, link in the description below. And if you don't want to follow my copy trading traders by signing up to my Discord, my referrals for the copy trading apps are down below. I think it's Bybit, BingX, and BitGet. So you can use the referrals to sign up and copy any trader you want. So thank you again for watching the video. Share, like, and subscribe, and have a nice week. I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.